Hi Taurus, welcome to Scales Rising Tarot. I've been off for a month because I was sick. I mean, there's really no other excuse other than the fact that I just felt like poop. So we're gonna do your January monthly read. All right, we're gonna be using the Star Codes Astro. I'm sorry that you can't see me. My lighting is horrible. There's nothing I can do about it right now. I am trying to use every available light source I have, and that's not much. And it mostly has to do with these lovely windows you have behind me. All right, Taurus, what do we have for the current energy for this read? We're going to be doing a Celtic Cross, getting some advice cards from many different decks. We'll see what comes out. Take what resonates, leave the rest. All right, what do we have for Taurus? What do we have for Taurus? We have abundance with Jupiter and climates with transits. I don't know. I feel like this is about like whatever your Jupiter in. That's kind of like where your abundance is going to change. So maybe that's something you need to look up is whether whatever that is, or maybe there's a message within something along that. But I feel like that's the transit you need to focus on, you know. With that climate card, I feel like climates change. So I feel like maybe there's a change coming up. But your main focus is abundance. So let's dive. Let's see what we got. One more shuffle, please. All right, what do we have for Taurus? What is their current energy? The Two of Cups. So maybe focusing on love, relationships, soulmates. All right. What is holding you back? What's holding you back? Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles coming out, the Sun card. So I feel like it's like what's holding you back is maybe a third-party situation, possibly, maybe some kind of collaboration, maybe there's something within your work ethic, you know, but I feel like with the Sun card popping out too is you're starting to stay positive about things. All right, what is above the conscious? It's that Four of Wands, that celebration, that home life. All right, what is below? What's below? The Moon card in reverse. I feel like subconsciously you're letting go of some kind of fear. All right, what is leaving? What is leaving, Taurus? What do we have leaving? What's leaving? I have a card flipped over. So I feel like if you've been stuck in your head, there's no more need to be stuck in your head. All right, what's leaving, Taurus? Ooh, Seven of Cups. Options, multiple options, changes. We'll see what that's about. All right, what's coming in for Taurus? What's coming in? What is coming in for Taurus? Three of Wands, kind of waiting for those ships to come in, you know, maybe some kind of change, something along that lines. It's 1:22 on my phone. All right, what's external going on? Sorry, internal. What are we internally dealing with? The Lovers. So having a choice. All right, what's externally? What are we dealing with externally? That came flying out real quick. Ooh, lack of confidence, I feel like, with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. All right. What's your hopes and fears? What's your hopes and fears? I'm going to have to read this transit card. It's just, I feel like I need to read it. And it's also 55, so that's about change too. Jupiter is 23, which breaks down to 5, so that's also about change. I don't know why I feel like I needed to say that, but I do. We'll get to that in just a minute. What is your hopes and fears? Give me one card, please. One card. One card. All right, buddy, just give me one. There we go. The Four of Cups. Maybe the fear of rejection. Maybe the hope of being able to reject something. Maybe feeling like you missed an opportunity. What's the outcome? What's the outcome? What's the outcome? Give me an outcome, please. Give me one. All right, Taurus. Definitely showing your stubborn sign right here. All right, give me one. There you go. Thank you. And the Five of Cups. The outcome. A little bit of regrets. Eight of Wands in the reverse. That was not in the reverse earlier. The Devil card. So I feel like this is like... I feel like you're like, with the Eight of Wands in reverse, it's like maybe stopping some kind of toxicity within your life. All right, let me read this transit card. 55, that's what it is. The planets are always moving through time and space, always spinning around us. When those planets form geometric relationships to one another, they create transits. The astrological weather conditions of today that affect us all. When moving planet forms in a geometric relationship to a planet in your natal chart, that transit planet can act like a guest who enters your house, sits in your kitchen, or sprawls in your living room and activates the part of your existence. If that transition planet talks to your Mars, it activates your warrior nature and fight or flight response. If it talks to your moon, it initiates a story centered around your home about your family and how you nurture yourself. Okay. Action. The situation is in flux and surrounding conditions are changing. Stay alert, aware, and be ready to respond. Okay. So I feel like whatever this transit is, it's in your Jupiter. So whatever your Jupiter is, that's where this is all happening. And that's all about your abundance and your creativity and stuff like that. Like what makes you feel stable. So that's very interesting. So I feel like this is about a change, a climate change within your abundance, within your money, your stability, your growth. You know, maybe it has to deal with a relationship. There's a lot of cup cards here, the Lovers. So, in your current situation right now, or your current energy, we have the Two of Cups, and I feel like this is like you're dealing with a soulmate. But what's kind of holding everything is maybe your willingness to work with that soulmate. You know, you're focused on the Four of Wands, that celebration, that happiness, something come, but what's leaving you is, you know, maybe that option to make that happen. Sorry, guys. And I feel like with the moon and your subconscious, you're no longer afraid of anything. You know, you're not really afraid of the unknown. You're not afraid to move forward. You know, subconsciously, deep down, I feel like you know. And what's ahead of you is that Three of Wands, that waiting for those ships to come in, you know, but you're still kind of internalizing this choice that you have to make, whether it's with somebody you love or Maybe it's a friendship. Maybe it's a job. It's regardless. It's that choice. But externally, with this Nine of Pentacles, I feel like you're feeling very unconfident about the way you're doing things. Like, maybe you're being very codependent about things, or maybe somebody's being very codependent with you. And with your hopes and fears, I feel like with this Four of Cups is like, you're afraid that you're missing out on other opportunities, or you're afraid that you're holding on so tightly to this one opportunity that it's just kind of weighing you down and it's kind of heavy. Especially with the Five of Cups and the outcome. It's all about being remorseful and kind of looking back and focusing too much on the past and, the coulda, woulda, shouldas. And I think it's time to kind of reevaluate that focus. I think that's why we have the Eight of Wands and the Devil card. Eight of Wands in reverse with the Devil card. It's all about stopping. Maybe you're being stagnant in that own toxic energy, and that's something that you need to change, something you need to move away from. All right, tell me about this Two of Cups, please. I mean, we are in Mercury retrograde right now. Let's be real. All right, tell me about this Two of Cups. With the Two of Pentacles. So, I mean, it's telling me that whatever, like, the soulmate energy is, you're trying to find some kind of balance within it, but I don't feel like you're really getting that balance. Or that whatever work you're putting toward it, it's not really happening. Tell me about this Three of Pentacles, please. Queen of Swords. You have the Hangman coming out. I feel like this is more about, like, so your current energy right now is like that soulmate energy, trying to find some kind of balance within some kind of soulmate energy, the Two of Cups. But I feel like you're really working on learning your own boundaries and how to set them. Maybe finally standing up for yourself for once, looking at things from a different perspective, because that card came flying out. That's the Hangman. Tell me about this Four of Wands, please, in your conscious. Tell me about the Four of Wands. Tell me about the Four of Wands. With the Queen of Wands. Consciously, I think you're thinking about a celebration. It's like, how do I get here? How do I make this happen with this Queen of Wands? And the Queen of Wands gets shit done. She knows how to make it happen. It's like, she's not afraid of anything. But consciously, you want that celebration. You want that marriage, that happy life, happy home. And that's what you're working on doing. You're creating that for yourself. You're making it happen. But at the same time, you're like setting those boundaries too. Like, this is what I need to change. This is what needs to happen moving forward. All right, tell me about the Seven of Cups. With the Devil. I feel like this is you kind of cutting out toxic decisions. It's kind of, the best way to describe this is like, if you're looking at multiple different things and you're deciding this is not good for me and you're leaving it behind. If that makes sense, especially with the Queen of Pentacles here, it's about taking care of your best interest. What is good for you? I kind of like that. I rather enjoy that. All right, tell me about this moon in reverse, please. Tell me about the moon in reverse. With the Nine of Pentacles. And the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. I feel like this moon reverse is like, I feel like it's just letting go. Like subconsciously, you're letting go of the fear. You know, you're focusing on your own growth, your own stability with the Knight of Pentacles.
Whose are these? Are they yours?
Yeah, you can have them.
I can have them.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So I feel like it's, I don't know, I feel like you're embracing the unknown, and subconsciously that's like giving you this slow drive to continuously move forward, to offer to yourself, or to be able to offer to other people. You know, with the Wheel of Fortune here too, I feel like it's turning things in your favor, you know, finally. All right, tell me about this Three of Wands. With the Chariot. So, moving forward, you have the Three of Wands with the Chariot. It's all about waiting for those ships to come in, but knowing that things are going to move fast. It's going to be paced, you know, and you decide which direction you go. But you also have the Nine of Swords and the Tower on the bottom. So you got to realize, too, progressively things move very quick when they need to. And sometimes, yeah, it puts you a little in your head and causes a lot of chaos. But I mean, that's all right. Just keep moving forward. Be clear about that new beginning that you want with the Ace of Swords behind that. Like, just keep pushing yourself. Those ships are going to come in, you know, but you drive your own chariot. It may be Cancerian energy, but you drive your own chariot. It's you subconsciously decide which direction you want to go. I'm loving this for you, Taurus. This is gorgeous. Best Taurus read I've ever done. All right, tell me about this Lovers. Tell me about the Lovers. Holy crap, a lot came out. We're not going to take it all. But I am going to take those. I have the Three of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and I thought one more flipped over too. Hold on one second, guys. For whoever watches anyways. Okay, I didn't see it. And on a side note, I feel like you're walking away from deception. You're turning your back on it. In the end, take that however it goes. With the Lovers, the Strength, and the King of Cups, and the external, I feel like this is really understanding that you have the strength to make decisions that are best for you with this King of Cups. That I feel like this is more about, I always like lose my train of thought about how I want to explain it, but you have the Lovers, the Strength, King of Cups. You have Gemini, Leo energy here. I always feel Cancerian about you're making a solid call internally on what choices that emotionally benefit you. You know, and I feel like you're walking away from any deception, and you're just kind of holding back your energy with this Four of Swords here. All right, tell me about this Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, please. So I feel like internally is like that codependent energy with that Nine of Pentacles, and maybe with the Nine of Cups, I feel like it's more about overindulgence. And I feel like you're trying to move away from that, but like the more you stay up in your heads, the more indecisive you are about it, with the Nine of Swords and the Two of Swords being on the bottom. And you have the Ace of Swords once again underneath that. It's like you need to be very clear with yourself about what you want and which direction you want to go in, especially when it comes to a lover that you feel is not balancing out a situation. A lover that you feel like is holding you back or is not giving you what you need. All right, tell me about this Four of Cups. The Eight of Cups, your hopes and fears. So I feel like with your hopes and fears being the Four of Cups is, possibly missing that opportunity or walking away from something. I feel like this is more about, I think you've been holding on for so long that it's painful and you want to focus on some kind of new beginning. But do you have enough to be able to reject this opportunity and walk away from it? All right, tell me about this Five of Cups and the outcome. A lot of fives, guys, a lot of fives. Five of Cups clarified by the Five of Swords. We have the Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles. A lot of new, a lot of change. The Five of Cups showed up again under the Hangman. Overall speaking, the outcome, I feel like, whatever regret, yeah, it's going to be a mental conflict. Maybe there's some kind of higher force, some kind of higher powers. Maybe there's a father figure you need to open up to. Maybe you just need to open yourself up to some kind of faith, some kind of universe. Like, whatever it is you believe in, focus on new beginnings and where you want to start sowing your own seeds. And I feel like the more you look at things from a different perspective, maybe you start to. I feel like you're starting to regret the choices that you've made, is what I'm getting. I mean, there's a lot of repeat. I feel like you're up for a lot of big changes this month, a lot of decisions. There's a lot of fives on the board, a lot of steps. And I feel like everything's lining up. We have a lot of 2, 3, 4s. We have a lot of 4s. We have I just feel like you're going through some kind of cycle and you have big decisions you need to make. But whatever it is, I feel like you need to hold on to whatever faith you have, because something new is coming. You have a lot of new things coming in. New changes, new passions, new drives. You just need to make that choice, that decision. But a lot of change. There is a lot of change coming in for you. We're going to do a surrender card. And everybody thinks of abundance as money. Abundance can be like stability, growth. It's whatever you feel is abundant. Maybe you're abundant in having a large number of friends that support you. Maybe you're abundant in your job, your career. Maybe you're finally starting to get your shit together. A lot of those things. But I feel like whatever that abundance is, or whatever Jupiter is for you in your sign, I feel like that's going to be that drastic change in your world. So maybe that's something you need to look into whenever you're hearing this video, if you ever hear this video. All right, so we're going to do a surrender card. Maybe something you need to let go of for Taurus. What do we need to hear for Taurus, please? Okay, surrender to attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. And surrender to outdated beliefs of yourself. Letting go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your own power and soar through your life. And we discussed that earlier. It's like letting go of that toxic thought process. Like, this doesn't serve me anymore. I'm just going to let it go. That also boils into that attachment to results. Like, if you want something, okay, set that intention, let it go, and go on to the next path. Especially when it comes to soulmate relationships. And I don't mean just lovers. I meant it could be friends, family, whatever. And sometimes you do have to turn your back on opportunities and walk away. And yeah, sometimes it's mentally conflicting and you have some remorse, but maybe you need to look at it differently. Maybe it was meant to be let go so that you can move on further. All right, I'm going to do a Moonology card, manifestation. But I feel like this is all about letting go of those fears, kind of embracing the unknown. All right, what do we have for Taurus, please? What do we have for Taurus? We have a lot. We have forgive. You can't see that. I don't know why I'm holding it up. And then we have be real and reflect on your priorities. So I feel like with forgive, be real, and reflect on your priorities. So, maybe just start focusing on your own priorities. What do you want in your life? With forgive, I feel like this is forgiving the past. Maybe forgiving yourself for those outdated beliefs. And for being real, I feel like this is also kind of tying into a lot of that about being real with yourself. What is it that you truly want? And the more you forgive, the more you let go. But I feel like for Taurus out there, this is going to be a very big, life-changing month for you. And I wish you all the best and all the good luck in the world. All right, I will see you next time. Thank you.